Morning, afternoon, and good night to everyone wherever you're at in the world. Thanks for choosing to spend part of your day here with us while we battle some Hex TCG. My name is Jeff Hoagland, and you landed at my Twitch page here, maybe my YouTube page in the future. If you're new and you're enjoying what you see, I'd encourage you to show those part that follow button there on your screen or subscribe on YouTube. Neither of those cost you anything and they help other people find my content. I'll also let you know when I go live with stuff. If you're really enjoying what you see and you want to help me produce more of this wonderful content, there's a couple different ways you can do that. You can subscribe on Twitch for $4.99 a month. You can also become a patron on Patreon, and there's links, information to do that down below this video. There's varying rewards for the supporting the content those ways. You can also support my content by supporting my sponsors, who for Hex TCG is hexprimal.com. They would love to sell you some Hex TCG singles. If you use code Jeff5 at checkout, you will save 5% on your order. Hello, future. We're speaking to you for the past. This deck is very bad. I thought this deck was going to be very bad, and then Aspect of the Squirrel seems like it's a real card. Everybody knew we were queuing in with the elf ball. Coming for him. The elf ball is rolling down the hill. Show you my balding head as we roll down the hill. Oh, do a little bit of stretching. Oh. Gotta get fit here, get our sommeliers in order. Maybe heart some people. Alright, the Novocaine first on the constructed ladder. Let's see if our elf ball can roll on into him here. This hand's a little bit medium minus. It's got powerful cards on a curve, but our opponent is almost certainly playing a Hierophant deck. So having double Rune in our hand's kind of a liability. I mean, like, we only changed like 4 cards out of the deck that I was like 6-0 with across our last 2 streams, so the core of this is fine. Lazgar's Vengeance, excellent draw. We wrecking nerds today. Well, we are 3-0, 6-0 so far, but we did just change from the Burgle Monster Slayer to this. Exarch of the Egg. That's a little annoying. It means we can't attack now, which means we can't trigger Lazgar's Vengeance. Perfect. A Ruby's there is great, because that means we can use this to make wild for champion power. I am just going to run this Rune Hierophant out here. Even if they hero fault and take a card away from us, this is going to end up cantripping because we're going to Valor the Satyr Truce Bard at some point. Sweet. Means the Runeer's not dying this turn. And a big old brick on the Cottontail Explorer. Take me down to Brick City. Play Ashwood Soloist. Play this other Runeer Hierophant. Oh god, look at my poor sequencing here. I was so busy singing and making fun of things that, like, this Runeer is smaller than it should be. It's so bad. There's 2 Hero Falls in their crypt here. And they got back the Cottontail Explorer. Ding. Ding ding. Ring a ding a ding da ding da ding da ding ring. Man, he should cut these rabbits. Oh, look, he finally got one. 3rd time's the charm. The casual 1 resource and 9 cards. Show me a shard. It's a little unfortunate. feel like I just want to ship with both of these. I just crack with the squad here. How do I feel about that? I'm gonna Valor up and see what we do. Yeah, let's diversify our threats a little bit here and then smash. You can only block one of these things with Exarch of the Egg. I don't think I want to charge power this turn. Maybe I'm supposed to charge power just because he doesn't have removal up, but I feel like he's going to have to add pressure to the board in order to beat this. If I put this here, I'd be hitting for 16. Yeah, that's probably correct to have champ powered. I bet that for $1. He could, like, single and then triple and then leave these alive. Yeah, I certainly should have champ powered this just to, like, push through the damage. I'd probably be pushing through like 10 points of damage with the champion power. These block works out decent for us. But I definitely should have champ powered there. Chat is correct. Oh, that's pretty good. Almost certainly cost myself this match. They could be a lot lower right now. Like, they'd be like minus, yeah, they'd be in reach of like this, just killing them. So that is definitely incorrect. I'm just like sitting on this champion power that's not particularly useful. Rotten Rancor is a messed up card. Well, on the list of cards that could get us out of this game, that was definitely towards the top. It's possible I'm supposed to be putting all of these in the same troop. And when Heart of Embers get together, there are not that many problems they cannot solve. So they're down to 10 here. I'm going to play this out. And then next turn we can actually just kill them, right? We just go like Firebrand into 6U into Lazgar U. Made a couple draws at a Hero Fall here, or a Strangle for this one. Hacky! With the 12-month resubscription. The Hoogle children are a year older. You're not wrong. That was a good draw. Yep. Alright, Oh, come on! Man, we were going to win through the Balthazar, too. God, remember that time I punted this game? Pepperidge Farm remembers. That time I took this game and just, like, threw it in the dumpster. And, like, this game just should have never gotten to this point, right? Like, I should have just champ powered on that turn I attacked, and then they'd have, yeah, just been dead last turn. Just draw a second Lazgar's win anyways? Yeah, here's hoping, right? There. This deck is just like unreal greedy big. He's got Commander Prompts and Rotten Rancors and Croc and Rotpaw and Balth and Gargalith and Woken Draka. Just like the smorgasbord of just like go big. Strangle, sure. So long, Dark Heart, her Heart of Embers. Oh, you're right. There aren't Crusaders in his deck, are there? Good catch. Something had to give, right? Paw, sure. Then Strangle kills this one. And the important thing to remember is, like, opponent's deck is excessively greedy, and if I would have taken the right aggressive line, they would have lost that game by a lot, right? Like, we would have just, like, killed them long before they ever got to the position that they were in that game. I think I'm just cutting an aspect of the Squirrel here. Nah, he's got so many... I'm not gonna Soloist. Yes, it does, Trax, like... They must not be playing against a bunch of redlings. Riposte for Rancor. Riposte for Rancor seems really narrow. Like, we have to, like, we were spending all of our resources every turn those games, right? We tried Wildfire in this deck. Yeah, it wasn't terribly impressive. I was not super excited about it. Wildfire's, like, kind of clunky. I mean, like, I also think, like, there's a big thing, a real thing exists that, like, depending on the time of day people play on the ladder, you see different things compared to other people. Yeah, I guess that's fair. It's just like the turns that we're doing, like the Runier, I feel like the turns we're getting to ready with the Runier, like they're just like killing it on their turn most of the time, right? I guess they actually don't have resources up to play a piece of removal here, do they? Yeah, see, like, I just feel like that's what happens every time, and, like, we just get, like, rot, we have a Riposte in our hand, it's just gonna, like, rot. This card not having speed's a real buzzkill. Gets Crocosaur, yep. Alright, well hopefully this aspect of the Squirrel... played the wrong resource out last turn. Should have Valored one of these. Hopefully this is a Strangle on this so I can aspect it to save it. Yeah, I mean, a bonus to take here, right? Like, do we kill one of these, or do I just, like, wait? Do they wait to croc it next turn? Getting to beat a croc with an aspect would be hot. Go. Come on, croc me. It's the worst that could happen. Do it. Do it. Do it. They're not going to do it. They're afraid. They're afraid. Come on, croc me. Yeah! Yeah! You ready to taste it? You ready to taste the squirrel? How does the squirrel taste, huh? How's this squirrel taste? Alright. Get out of here. Alright, let's draw Heart of Embers and kill them. Heart of Embers. It's like D+ as well. How's this free valor taste? How about that? How about them apples? I don't care if he's dead on board. We got to kill him with the free valor heart. Just like middle fingers to the sky. Alright, so on the draw, I think Ashwood Soloist is significantly worse. So I'm willing to entertain the Riposte. Maybe we just leave one in. That seems medium minus. I'll just leave one out. I don't think any of these other cards are particularly great. Alright, remember that time we punted the first game and then won the second game? Let's try and win the third now. I think it's kind of slow. We'll lead on the Ruby here. Our deck doesn't need that many resources, so I probably want to save this to cycle. Okay, that's actually great for us, because it means we can play this out and then cantrip it next turn. You can't play around that. Look at this! This Pippet knows. Fuck. He's like, he's riding the power of that squirrel. He's like, get in there. Yeah, get in there. Sure, deal. You got next Dark of the Egg. I'm gonna play this thing, and then I'm gonna Valor this, and I'm gonna crack you for 3. Is that okay? How's that feel? What do you think? Scale of 1 to okay, where are we at? Draw a card. Continue flooding out, you know, whatever. Tomato, tomato. You have a cheap shot here? Ooh. Ooh, the doubles. Huh. That's actually an interesting choice, right? I think I actually want to kill the Might Singer here. It says lethal, so it kills me on the back crack. It's kind of annoying. Joke's on me, he didn't have another wild anyways. Yeah, he's got to cut these rabbits. They're just so bad for him. There's an elf, right? Yep. Gain some life with this. Good golly. When it rains, it pours, ladies and gentlemen. That's decent. Take 6. Glad we gained 3 life. He was supposed to pass the turn here. Only 2 troops in there, so can't scrounge this yet, but I think we still need to pull the trigger on it this turn if they attack. That's annoying. One too small. Oh, crap. I forgot about this. I was like, why does that have 1 still? Okay, yep. Huge punt. Pretty sizable mistake. Gonna lose the game because of that one, almost certainly. We don't really have a good answer to a route paw once it gets on the table, too. So, flooded a little bit in this third game, but we definitely messed up the first game quite a bit. Yeah, just gonna go ahead and pack it in. Weird correlation between making mistakes and losing matches. She's too busy crushing nerds to fiddle. Come on now. The Ace Explorer hits more often. God, someone just linked the deck list that we just played against on stream. It's triple Croc, triple Rancor. There aren't even... Why wouldn't you have 4 Ramp Runeers in your deck? I don't understand. Is Exarch of the Egg that powerful right now in the context of the format? Like, am I missing something in the format? Or, like... Isn't Exarch of the Egg just, like, much worse than, like, Rotcasts and Strangles right now because of the Empress deck? I guess it's okay against Redlings, but also just, like, dies the Lazgars if you get it late. I mean, it kind of shuts off Redlings. A lot of their crap attacks into it, and you just trade 1 for 1, so it's just, like, this awkward removal spell that, like, puts some eggs in their deck, I guess. I'm kind of sad we didn't get to play the control deck against that greedy Kaigu deck, 'cause that seems like would have been the perfect matchup for us. Hey, I'm Sovicane. Your deck is strange. You have some unique choices. I'm not sure I understand the Exarchs over more spot removal with all the Empress decks in the format. You don't have 4 Hero Falls in your main either? I mean, like, everything does well on the ladder, right? Like, I play some pretty bad decks and do fine on the ladder with them. Got another Kaigalichu player here. We'll just, like, get our Kaigalichu gauntlet through. Croc does well against Empress. That's fair. I guess it always kills Commander Prompt. It's pretty bad against Transmogrifade, though, right? And, like, you don't have other things that need a Transmogrifade because you don't have Crusaders in your deck. I'd say it's pretty bad. Just, like, nothing to do before turn 4, because, like, you can't aspect without drawing a thing. Yeah, but you just tested Croc and Crusader shells, right, right, Matt? You didn't have Croc and non-Crusader decks? I think I'd much rather play against Crocosaur than Bride as the Empress deck. Yeah, get out of here, main deck Withering Gaze. Get got. The old miss with Withering Gaze disconnect. I guess the Croc's a bigger impact on its own. I mean, like, sure, like, like, I was, like, saying, like, Gargulus, is Gargulus underrated? Like, when your expensive, clunky card gets on the board, like, you get a big payoff for it, right? Like, that's the upside to playing any expensive, clunky card, is that the games where it actually, like, gets into play, it's, like, obnoxiously good and ends the game. And, like, Woken's exceptionally good at that, but it's also, like, exceptionally clunky outside of that when you're drawing it early. The non-Crusader decks are interesting. Oh, I'm glad they came back. Ruby's exactly what we want there. I feel like what you're doing with your deck, Novocaine, have you played against other Kaigalichu variants yet or tested those at all? Because, like, I feel like your changes that you're making are, like, giving up points in the Kaigalichu matchup. I guess Gargulith really goes over the top of other Kaigu decks, but losing Crusader is big game. Like, that card grinds hard. Nope, another Crocosaur deck. I mean, like, I don't think I've played a single Kaigalichu deck that's not, like, ahead against the Empress deck. Just, like, Hero Fall deck is what preys on the Empress deck. And I think the other, like, 56 cards are, like, mix and match and choose your favorite. Like, shuffle well. So now the question is, do I want to do this now, or do I want to wait for the heart next turn? I think I want to wait for the heart next turn. I think I'm just going to skip here. Can we play Croc in this deck? I don't know. Probably. No, we've only got like 15 wild. I'm thinking about killing this. It's possible I should have just like cantrip this right away. This is kind of greedy, like waiting to get a cantrip plus a bolt out of it. That's unfortunate. I'll play this, and then I'm gonna Valor the Heart because it plays around Strangle. And I 10 out of 10 should have just played this other one last turn to get a card off it with the Satyr's Roost Bard. Concede when we draw another resource next turn. Well, I mean, okay. The off chance they don't have more removal, they might die next turn. Oh, is this a speed ramp rabbit? Okay, so I should have put a Valor in here to play around this. And I would have had to put both Valors on it. Got another rabbit back to their hand, sure. Scale of 1 to dead, probably just dead here. This... Huh. That actually makes things okay for us, right? We just do this here, and then crack with both of these. And they have removal, they have removal. Okay. Well, you know. So this also punished us for not having played out of Valor last turn. If you have like cheap shot plus a block, we get in trouble. Like, not playing out the Valor's pre-combat has to be Lazgar's Vengeance, right? Like, there's nothing else I could have here. Sure. So this is putting him to 3, so if I would have double Valored last turn, they'd have died here. They could have blocked differently, I suppose, as well. The hero fell our hearts, right? Yep, so we don't have that reach left in our deck, which is unfortunate. Sure, minus that. Aspect of the Squirrel's one of our better draws here if they don't have removal, but they have blockers. They also Hierophant our Signature Bard. Yeah, I 10 out of 10 should have just played these out last turn. Plays around Cheap Shot. Merch like dead to interaction, so don't interact with me. I'm confused why you're suggesting a cut for a card we've actually never cast. Like, what's the... Why do you feel like we need to cut a card that we actually haven't gotten to play yet? Like, you're like, this card's bad because... Like, I've yet to play a Voice of the Ashwood on 2, so I have no idea if it's good, bad, or otherwise. It seems great in theory. Just like on paper, it looks excellent. If we get skunked on this one again, we might pivot decks. Maybe finish my draft out. Correct. Yeah, this card with speed would be insane. I really wish this card had speed. Her effect would be so much more powerful if she had speed instead of crush. It seems fine. It's got Voice of the Ashwood on 2 for the first time today. Sign me up. To draw a non-slow shard into Aspect of the Squirrel. It'll be the ideal curve. Could play the Wild Outpost. That seems worse than playing the Ruby Outpost. We getting double cheap shotted? God, that's rude. Non-slow shard. Come on. Come on. 25 resources, 14, 18, 22, 25, yep. Sommelier is such a powerful effect, and it's one of the... Sommelier and Satyr's Bard are two reasons I really like what this deck has going on. Sommelier is also another elf that helps enable our acorns being reasonable. Well, the good news is, even if they kill the Rune here, we get to follow it up with drawing a card with the Valor, so... Chose to kill that one, okay. So we're just playing that and attacking with the Rune here. Afternoon Tron. Unfortunately, do not have another charge for that. You know, on the off chance they don't have another hero. What? They must have removal. Like, taking 6 there seems so loose. Okay, they got a cheap shot back. I mean, we don't really have 5+ drops in our deck. Oh, come on. Draw a non-slow shard. Non-slow shard and they're super dead. Non-slow shard and they're super dead. Actually, even just any shard, but non-slow would be ideal. Come on! At least I have this. Let me get by with a little help from my friends. Oh, I can scrounge it. Deal. Play around my combat trick next time. So if we'd have drawn a shard, we'd have gotten to Valor, Champ Power, and this. So this would be +8. So he'd have died, right? He'd have had to block with like everything. So when a Swift Strike, sign me up. Do you have removal this time? I feel like if they had removal, if they didn't have removal last turn, they don't. Oh, for fuck's sake. What you can do about it? Roll over and die. That's what. I know they have 1 cheap shot in their hand. If we could dodge removal on this, we can... This puts it to 6. This puts it to 9. We can probably crush through. They must have a bunch of removal spells in their hand. No other reason to tank on there. Non-slow shard. Non-slow shard! Good evening, gaming! It's another voice of the Ashwood. Well, I'm just gonna play this, I guess. And hope it lives a turn. Correct. This one has Swift Strike, but our champion power will give Crush. Champ power gives Crush.